Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 41 of my mini occult baby challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And at the end of last part, we aged up 3 of our kids. So Fiona is now a teen, and Georgia and Glenn are now children. So I have given them makeovers, and I'm going to show them now. And we're going to start with Fiona. I will put her before on the left-hand side as usual. And with Fiona, because she's an animal enthusiast, I did do some clothes from the cottage living pack, like a little bit more than I might have otherwise. So her top is from that pack, nothing else is. She has 4 everyday outfits. It is fall going into winter, like Saturday when they all aged up was the last day of fall, and it's going to be winter. So I kind of tried to go for some longer sleeve stuff. I didn't want some of the stuff, it just seemed too cold, and also they're not going to wear their everyday clothes if it's really cold anyways. So there's her formal outfit, but I still kept it in mind but didn't like go too serious with it. So there's her first athletic and her second athletic. There's her sleepwear, which she actually aged up with. I thought it was cute, plus they don't tend to sleep. There is her first party wear, and that dress is from werewolves, and then the shoes of course are from cats and dogs, and since she's an animal enthusiast, so they like all animals, I thought that was cute for her, the shoes. And then this is from the Moonlight whatever pack, and then the shoes are from Cottage Living. That was just because it was the closest thing I could find that I thought went okay. There's her first swimsuit and her second swimsuit. I kept her hair. I think that's the same hair she has as a child, not what she aged up with. There's her first hot weather outfit. The top is from Cottage Living. The shorts are from the Carnival kit. And then the shoes are from a stuff pack. I don't remember which one, Backyard Stuff or something like that. And she actually aged up with that. I don't know about the shoes. I don't know if I changed the shoes, but I thought it looked, okay. I don't know if it's something I would necessarily think to put together, but I thought it looked okay, and so I kept it for her. There's her first cold weather. That top, of course, is from Cottage Living. And then there is her second one. Again, the jacket is from Cottage Living, though nothing else is. So let's move along to our next oldest, which is Georgia. And there is her first everyday, and I will show the before on the left-hand side as usual. I had mentioned about keeping their hairstyles the same, possibly. Not as what they necessarily aged up with, because these are not what they aged up with. There's her second everyday. But just having them be the same, but they didn't really suit the same hairstyles. Like what she wore didn't really suit him, and so I just decided not to. So that's her third everyday outfit. There's her one formal outfit. Now those pants are not considered formal, but I thought it was kind of cute together, and I don't know, got a feeling that she wasn't necessarily into dresses and skirts that much, so I thought that was sort of a compromise, a flowy pant. And there's her second athletic. There is her first PJ. I think I gave both the kids 2 PJs, even though they're not likely to use them. There's her second PJ. So there's her first party wear. So back to her hair, that was actually, I think, the hair she had when she was a toddler. So I ended up giving her that, and that was her second party wear. And there's her first swimsuit and her second swimsuit, and then her hot weather. Not that she'll probably use it unless we go somewhere warm, because it's gonna be winter. And there's her second one. That's cute. And then there's her first cold weather outfit. That top, of course, is from the werewolf pack. And there is her, I think she aged up with that, other than I gave her socks and different shoes. So there was Georgia Sue. So now we're going to move along to Glenn. So for Glenn, I did think about keeping the hairstyle he aged up with, because the hairstyle he had as a toddler is I couldn't find it, as I think it's just available for toddlers. I don't have toddlers in the house to double check, but I think it is. So this was kind of an approximation of what he had, and I thought it suited him better than what he aged up with. So there's his first everyday, and of course I will show the before on the left-hand side. There is his second everyday, and his third everyday. So there you go. And for the formal, I think he aged up with that top, maybe. And then I just found some pants. I might have changed the color of the top. I can't remember. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he aged up with that pink jacket, and that's why I decided to go with match the bottoms and give him that. And there is his second athletic, PJ number 1. And again, I think that one was influenced by what he aged up with. And PJ number 2, that second one was not. His party outfit, though, top is from the werewolf pack. I don't actually know where the pants are from. Oh, get to work. And there's his second, and that's from My Wedding Stories. That outfit. One piece. There's his first swimsuit and his second swimsuit. And now moving on to the hot weather. There's his first hot weather outfit and his second hot weather outfit. He may have aged up with the first hot weather outfit top. I don't remember for sure because I did that and the makeover like when I recorded last, so I don't remember for sure. And I think he aged up with that little jacket and I decided to keep it for him, but I changed the other stuff that went with it. But you will have seen what was there because I'll have shown it already, but it'll be gone by now. But we're going to go back into live mode, and I have actually played a little bit off camera, so it is already winter, and I'm not sure if anything's happening. I'll be back when something is happening. It is now Sunday evening in the game, and both Ella and Allison are about to come home from work because I didn't actually realize that Allison got a promotion. I don't know if that happened last night, like in between parts, or if it happened while Ella was taking the night off and she was working. I wasn't really paying attention, but all of a sudden I noticed that they had to go to work at the same time. I'm like, and she had been a level below, so I was like, oh, she got a promotion. But it looks like Ella's going to get a promotion. She has a check mark. You can't see that because I am currently on Colby. And he got a call. I'll show that. So he started at level 5 as a writer. I decided to obviously accept it. So he's been doing some writing because it was his first time going. So he had just started. So he's already got that complete, but I figured he'd work on this. I wasn't actually going to have him. I was going to get him to do a freelance career or a work from home career. But, you know, the opportunity arose. So I took it. And now I'm going to hit play. So there, she got promoted to drink master. So she made a good bonus, and she works Thursday at 2 next. Okay, so I was gonna have her take well, I guess it didn't matter. She wasn't gonna take family leave no matter what, because even our Allison doesn't work. Allison actually had a fame opportunity, but it would have meant she would quit her career, but I hadn't switched her over because I hadn't realized she got to level 8, so I wasn't sure. Probably it would have counted if I'd switched her over because she hadn't reached that level, but I don't know for sure. So I said no, and because I didn't want this to not count because I wasn't on it. I am now because I went on it afterwards. But yeah, anyway, it looks like she needs some fun. Let's see, does she have a lot of their whims all of their whims reset because I placed some werewolves in the world so that if this pregnancy doesn't result in a werewolf baby, we can try for another one. And I realized after we did that the sim whose name escapes me, the werewolf, the one who comes with the pack, he's a kleptomaniac, so I'm never going to let him over to my house. I don't even know if she must have found that out, and I probably wasn't even paying attention. I knew Lou. I knew he was a werewolf. Sorry, I knew he was a kleptomaniac. I obviously knew he was a werewolf too because he was like there as a werewolf, and he's one of the ones who comes with the pack. I don't even see him because it looks like it's not alphabetical. It seemed like it was alphabetical to begin with, but it's not. And I guess what best thing to do is go here. There he is. Yeah, art lover, kleptomaniac, and romantic. So yeah, so he's not allowed in our house. Even for birthdays, he's not allowed. No one who's a kleptomaniac is allowed in our house. What are you doing? You're playing. You just seem to love to play, don't you? So I had him learning, I can't remember what skill. I know where he was. What happened there? That nothing was showing. Oh, he has nothing. Oh, he has no what? Oh, he has no romantic relationships. I'm like, what do you mean he has no relationships? Yeah, that's what it was. Like, I was concerned something had gone wrong. So they've been both all working on their nerd brain. Like the Colby had been, but didn't get very far. Fiona and Emery, but Emery took forever and ever and ever for him to read. I tell him to read, and he'd put the book away. The longest time I've ever had getting someone to read. But I think it's time for you to come here and craft a sculpture so that you can get that done. And the kids, she is playful, so and I have asked her to do her homework because I realized I hadn't had that. I want her to come over here and play pirate so she can do that while she's playful because she needed to have a bath. So I was like, oh, you may as well have a bubble bath. And we were going to have a dinner party so that Allison can cook 3 meals at a single social event and complete that aspiration. And that means any food she does will be, what are you doing? You're cleaning, that's okay. So she just entered her 3rd trimester. So she'll be having this new boo around the same time tomorrow night. So were you? Oh, good. I never realized that when you relive memories in your from your private journal that you become inspired, because I had them do that. I had her I accidentally selected it with Fiona, and I'm like, okay, whatever, you just do it. And then she was like all inspired. I'm like, oh, that's a really good one to get inspired from. An easy way to get inspired. Well, honestly, sunbathing or cloud gazing or stargazing are really good too, though the cloud gazing doesn't work so much for Emery unless he has the drink or the mask to protect him from the sun. It's not going to ever work for him. But you know what? Why don't you go back to just working on the Renaissance Sim / Nerd Brain aspiration, Colby, so that I think I had you reading. I can't remember what I had you reading, honestly. I think I had you reading the flower arranging book. But I can't tell for sure because I should have not done it that way. But one thing, she actually made her drink just autonomously. So let's let her make this drink. That's not going to count because she's got her 5th type already. She did it on her own. And okay, so you did that. And this is a Simsmopolitan. So why don't you just, and she just met, because I was going to have her practice making drinks. But so now she's finished that. And I'm not sure. I mean, it's not like I haven't done dinner parties in the middle of the night if I needed it, but I think I won't, and we'll just do it another time. But what I was thinking that Ella should go back over to Moonwood Mills, and did I have people? I thought I saw plants on these. I saw, maybe I had someone harvest them. Maybe it was just these that didn't get harvested. So why don't you come out here and harvest all so that you can, and then this probably just needs to be sold. So you can harvest all. And you know what? We have a few people who need to do some grafting. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you, Ella, go over onto the nature freelance botanist aspiration. And we're going to sell money fruit, just the money fruit. Because I want to take a cutting from that, and we're going to take a cutting, and then we're going to find a sage brush, and it's even excellent, and we are going to, as soon as you finish that cutting, we're going to graft that money fruit onto there. And then let's see what else we should get you to graft. Orchid. Do we have a pomegranate? Do we have a pomegranate anywhere? There's a pomegranate. How many orchids do we have? We have one. That's not the second one. Is that an orchid? That's a lily. A tulip. I think we should plant another orchid. Someone had a whim to plant something. Was it you, Allison? Yes. Do you have an orchid in your inventory? You do. And how's the quality? It's nice. What's the quality of this? Nice. The same. So we're going to come here, and you're going to come here and plant that because you had a whim. Even though I probably should be having, like, younger ones planted and they could work on that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. They're just killing time till they're leaving. You need to do your extra credit work. You need to get everything done so we can get that bar moved up so that when you go to school, hopefully you both come home. Not that it matters so much for you, because I have not been having you work on your character values, which is what you need to do. So we got that planted. Why don't you know what? You're finished with that. No, you need to probably upgrade. I don't know that there's anything to repair. But even if we don't end up having you... he had a whim at one point to plant a plasma fruit, but maybe that was before I went and moved everybody into the world. We're going to have you, I guess, water all. I don't know that there's anything to water other than that one. There. You can water that. And you can change your outfit. You can summon island elementals. Well, I don't think I want to do that right now. I think they'll be disappointed with you anyways. So there's no point. Change outfit. Just anything. Because you're not really doing very much with that. And you're all inspired. You know what? You probably need to release a track. There we go. And then you should probably produce a new track. And... all right, you got your homework done. Good. And you get that playful? You did. So you should come over here. Well, before you come back, why don't you do one go on the monkey bars and you play over there. That's more just to get that to count towards the Keep Fit badge. And I think you have a couple of badges you can already collect, so you may as well collect those after you've done that. And you probably are the same. You only have one more. Oops. Oops, got that. I'll put that all the way over there, I think. I think I usually have it like that. You got these two done. And we'll put this, I'll leave that one there because I find that they will just go and do winter crafts and I don't want them to. So I do want you to finish your homework, and I'm afraid if I tell you, oh, you're putting it in your inventory. Did you get it done? Yep. And that's all you can do. So you're going to do vehicle. And you, my dear, you should burn the track. There you go. Oh, these pictures. So they're really just doing their own thing. And what I would like to do, probably maybe after the kids get home from school, well, I guess it really depends on what happens when they get home from school, or it probably doesn't matter that much when it comes right down to it. I'm hoping that Emery at least will have his A. I'm hoping they all go up a level, and Emery could move out. We don't need to age him up because that was in the rules. But even though I have aging off, that's why for some reason, even though Emery aged up before our Fiona, they're switched on here. So yeah, but he would move out. I'd keep her because she still has to work on her things. Did she finally? No, she's still doing her homework. And Colby, what are you up to? Anyways, I will be back when, we're doing the next thing. Everybody's at school or work who has to be, but of course Allison and Ella are at home, so I thought I would kill two birds with one stone. I am throwing a dinner party so that Allison can make 3 gourmet dishes at a single social event, hopefully. And I also updated our baby daddy group to our club to be only Ella and some werewolves. So I set the traits to be one of Ella's traits, and then werewolves as the other trait. And we're gonna hopefully line up at least some Sims that we know, so that if this baby isn't a werewolf, as soon as someone moves out, we can try and have another werewolf baby. I think Wolfgang, if I remember correctly, is a Sim who actually comes with the pack, but I also have some that I've added it was just who came up, to be honest, and I was limited. I could only have 5. So we're going to thank for coming, and we may as well ask about, well, we'll ask about career. Oh no, she's hysterical. Which doesn't matter because then we have this, someone did some repairing, so that's just sitting there. Though it was, I think, the shower that needed repairing. Okay, can you... All right, we're gonna have her calm down so she's not hysterical. I don't know why she's got this close-knit. Honestly, there's probably no point calming down. It'll be done soon enough. So we already did that. We are going to thank calm emotions. Oh, he's sad. Okay. I don't remember their traits, so hopefully nobody's a kleptomaniac. And oh, he's okay. So I think he is one because he's a librarian. So no, we're not going to ask him. So thank for coming. Let's go meet some other Sims. Let's thank for coming, and then let's friendly. Oh, pregnant Sims can't be bitten. Ask about... I don't want to ask for that anyways. And I'm not doing any romancing right now. Right now, it's all about just learning, getting to know them so that we can, pick. We don't want to share vampire knowledge. That's funny. We're going to ignore it. Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to the person who's come here. Oh, he's doing a sniffing. Deep conversation. She's all flirty now from our romantic trait. And discuss interests. He's right, how you doing with your dishes? Still working on the first one. Did you learn any traits? Family oriented. Deep conversation. Now, I will, if I remember, try and show screenshots of the Sims I've added. It doesn't mean that they're the ones who came, because of course I don't know right now. No. Absolutely not. We're not talking. We don't take phone calls. Everybody loves those fudge brownies. You're drinking some milk. Well, discuss interests. I did also add some from Maxie's that they put on the gallery in a household. Okay, so she's got one dish done. All right. And this is, no, I think this is the rack of lamb. So the one that got canceled was not. I don't know if they have to be different. Probably they don't. We'll try and do another one. We will do this one because I know I didn't select that and I don't remember what she's doing there. All right. She canceled one of the ones. You can't see as far into space with a small telescope to really see the galaxy. You need a larger one. Some of the best moon prints come from the big fancy telescopes. What? Okay. We will raise... I don't know. I don't really care. I don't care that much. I'm going to just do that. Because either way, I'm going to have to work on something. So it makes no difference. I'm going to have to work on some type of character value. All right. So we got the first one. So why don't you call the meal so we can at least get this as a gold? Which we didn't even need to. Why can't we call the meal? Okay, can we call the meal if we put it here? No, I'm not selecting it now. Can we call the meal if it's here on the bar? Why can't I call the meal? Well, I call a meal on this one, so I don't care what I'm calling a meal on. Everybody loves those, whatever, are they brownies? I all want to eat the brownies. Forget the pre-mixed brownies. Forget all the gourmet food that we have made. Let's eat the pre-mixed brownies instead. Yeah, I would have made like the steak tartare, but that's regular cooking. It's not gourmet cooking, because that's obviously something that came with the pack and I thought would be appropriate. Go ahead, try for that baby. I should probably look and see if they've had any babies. I always get the call from her. So, let's just hope she gets through her. She doesn't really need to eat, probably. I'm just gonna play through the rest of this. Let her hopefully get her single dishes done. But, and then I will be back when the kids are back from school so you can see whether or not they have got any grade boosts. Well, they are home, and both Fiona and Emery have their grades up. So does Glenn. They all got their grades up. So we have 2 B public school students and then 2 A high school students. However, Emery is doubly, he's got this on the edge of a breakout from having a mood swing, and normally I would send them look at that face. Normally I would send them jogging to clear mind, but he was also, while he was out there, having this sizzling, everything was sizzling from the fact that, he's a vampire. And let's check the rest of his needs. He's okay, actually, other than needing fun. But, so he is ready to move out. I'll make sure he's, in better shape, and then I'll move him in with his siblings so that we have room if we need for another werewolf. And if we don't, then, for us to have Father Winter's baby, because that was the next thing that we were going to do. But that is actually going to be it for this part. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!